beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today I'm doing a wear test with this e.l.f. Camo Hydrating CC Cream. I showed this in a recent haul video. I mentioned wanting to do an all-day wear test, and there were several comments in support of that idea, so that's what today's video is all about. It ended up being quite the wear test type of day. So I wish that I had done some more check-ins, more filming in between time. I ended up having a more demanding day than I expected because my kid got sick today. So we're going with the flow, and you know what? That's real life. That's what happens in real life, and we're gonna see how this foundation holds up through the real life ups and downs that we all face. So let's start with a close-up look at my bare skin. I'm going to show you this being applied to my face. I'll take you through the application. I did do one check-in during the day and then one at the end of the day, which is now. So I'll show you those really, really close up, just like always. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty, all of the fine lines and pores and everything. I'll show you a day in the life of this e.l.f. Camo Hydrating CC Cream. Good morning. It is just after 8:30. I have just dropped my kid off at school and I've done my morning skincare, which is a lot fewer steps than my nighttime skincare routine. So I do have clean, moisturized skin and, of course, a little bit of sunscreen on. But I want to show you my bare face before I apply this e.l.f. Camo Hydrating CC Cream. I did show this in a previous video, just a big old e.l.f. haul. So I'll link that video down in the description box if you want to see a little bit more about my thoughts about this and some info about it. Today I'm going to wear test it. And as you can see, I've been wearing this for a while. I do already have a lot of thoughts about this, but I want to film a wear test because I want to see the close-up footage, basically. And I want to show you how it wears instead of just telling you. I want to show you. So let's start with my bare face close-up first. I always like to start there just so that you can see the starting point. I've got this little zit that's healing it's flat. It's just you can still see the mark from it took a few days to heal. I have a lot of redness. I don't have a lot of texture, but I just have a lot of redness. I think partially it's a reaction to this really cold, dry air, and partially it's just having human skin looks like that. So here's a close-up look at my regular old skin. A lot of redness around my nose. It's really, really cold today. And I do have to do some running around. So let's do a little application first. I use the shade Light 205 in. I would say it's maybe a smidge too dark for my winter skin tone, but not terrible. So I'm just going to go straight in with this. No primer first or anything. Like I said, I already have my regular skincare. And I'm going to use my BK Beauty 101 brush. It is one of my favorite foundation brushes. I kind of rotate between a few foundation brushes, but this is definitely one of my favorites. I'm just applying to half my face so that you can see the coverage. And this is a little bit less than one full pump. This has such a really, really lovely skin-like texture. It's hydrating, but it's not shiny, shiny dewy. I mean, this kind of says it all, right? I'm not going to use any concealer, powder, or setting spray. I will put some other makeup on top, like cheek color type of stuff and eyeshadow, that type of thing, but I'm not going to do any more face base products, if you know what I mean. Because I don't want to interfere with the wear test. I'm just going to pop on a little bit of my favorite Fantasy Cosmetica lip oil. This one's called Ancient One, and I just need some lip hydration. It's real cold and gross outside. So here is a close-up look at the CC cream freshly applied. No concealer, no color corrector, no powder, no setting spray. And I think it looks pretty darn good. It even covered this up pretty well. I have a lot of things to do today. I have a lot of work tasks and life/mom/home task to tackle today. And like I said, it's really cold. It's cold and windy. And where I live is not a very cold place. So it's shocking when it gets down to like the teens and 20s here. So we're going to be not sweating today, but definitely wiping our noses and out in the wind. And we're gonna give it a good old-fashioned wear test. I'll be back to check in. I'll do at least 2 more check-ins today. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff on my plate that I gotta handle today, but I'm gonna make sure that I give us at least 2 more check-ins. And I'm gonna try to wear this. Let's see, this is 8:30. I'm gonna try to check in, do my last check-in at least like 7 or 8 hours because I really want to put this one to the test. I've been wearing it a lot and I want to make sure that it's as good as I think it is. So we'll see you in a few hours. See you then. Bye. All right. It is 1:35, which means I've been wearing this makeup for about 5 hours. As you can see, I have put a little bit of other makeup on, eyeshadow, lip gloss, brow gel, and some cream blush. That's all I put on. I have not done any touch-ups. No powder, no concealer, no setting spray, nothing like that. So let's see how this foundation is holding up after 5 very long hours of wear. Okay, where I have this little healing zit, still looks pretty good, I think. It does look a little bit dry here around my nose, but I was outside and it is in the 20s today and windy, so I think that's to be expected. Also, I did have to blow my nose a little bit, and with all of that said, I think it's holding up incredibly well on the nose, considering all of those things. Cheeks look lovely. Got a little bit of collecting here in the forehead wrinkles. That's normal for me, but it doesn't look very noticeable. Like you have to get really close up to see that. This is a typical dry area for me. Doesn't look too bad. I definitely have lost some coverage right here, probably from when I was applying my eye makeup. Just remember, we have to be really, really picky for these types of reviews. Well, 5 hours, I think it looks really great. I think it's looking really, really nice so far. I'll check back in a few more hours at the end of the day. See you then. This is my final check-in. It's a little bit earlier than I was expecting it to be. It's about 4 o'clock here, but I just had one of those days. I had to pick my kid up early from school because he was sick, and it turns out more than half of his class is out sick. So I had to go to the pharmacy and take care of a kid. And, I want to go and focus on my mom duties and leave the rest of my makeup just for fun duties for tomorrow. But obviously, this video doesn't work if I don't have a final check-in. So I am taking a quick break from my mom duties while my sick kid naps to film this last check-in. And this makeup has been through the ringer today because it is cold, it is windy, my nose has been running. I had to unexpectedly go get medicine for my kid. So we've really had a day in the life today. So let's see how it held up. I feel like at least from afar, it still looks really, really good, especially considering I didn't wear any concealer or powder, and I think the under eye area stayed looking great all day long today. Maybe lost a little bit of coverage when you get close up from the time I applied, but not terribly so. Still looks very skin-like and lovely. Got a little bit of nose gunk here, but again, not terrible, all things considered. It did stay looking really nice over this healing blemish. Sometimes this is an area where I get a lot of dryness, and I think it looks nice and smooth and skin-like still, so happy with that. The cheeks definitely look great. I can't detect any loss of coverage really in this area. I think since my last check-in, I've probably lost a little bit of coverage on my nose, but like I said, I've been out in the cold, windy weather and having to blow my nose, so in general, I think is pretty darn good. Let's see how the forehead looks because I know I had some product collecting in the wrinkles. Looks like literally no change there. This looks like my skin. It's just really evened out. I have a lot of sun damage on my forehead here, and this has really, really done a good job evening that out, but not looking flat and lifeless. I even had a hat on earlier, so I did wear a hat when I was out earlier because it's still really sunny even though it's cold. So if I lost any coverage here, it's because I wear like a baseball cap when I drive. But I think it looks really good. Even from this distance, it looks very, very flawless. Zoomed in, you can see some of the little problem areas, but in general, it looks really, really good. It held up beautifully today. I did expect this outcome because I've been wearing this for a while now. I got this at the beginning of the month. Even though you only more recently saw that haul video, I had just pre-filmed some stuff because I was dealing with some family things, so I was putting out a lot of pre-filmed videos. That's why I'm wearing the Valentine's collection from ColourPop just now because I just filmed that. This is so beautiful. I love it so much. It looks incredible on my skin. I do have dry skin. I have what is considered to be mature skin. I'm 38. I do have some of those fine lines and wrinkles and crinkles and sunspots and things that have really started to crop up over the past couple of years. And I feel like this makes my skin look so good. It really evens out any of those problem areas, imperfections, whatever you want to call it, discoloration, redness, that kind of stuff, really, really nicely. But it looks skin-like. It's not so hydrating that it looks glowy and greasy and it's going to slide off my face, but it's also not so dried down that it looks dry. It's just, for me, the perfect balance. If you have really oily skin, you probably won't love this as much as I do, but I think anybody who has normal to dry skin types are gonna love this. I've been hooked on this. I did recently purchase some other new foundations to try out. They're gonna have a hard time beating this, especially because this has a lovely shade range. This has a really nice price point. I think this was like 14 or 15 bucks. It has SPF 30, which I still wear a sunscreen underneath, but I love giving my face a little bit of additional SPF. I really like this. I really, really, really like this. I think this is great. It just works so well for me. The shade match is nice. It's hard to find a true neutral undertone. I think this has a more neutral undertone than the IT Cosmetics options. Just saying. I can see this being a staple for me, and I just think it's so, 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 so good. And I haven't been really, really hooked on a new foundation or concealer in a while. So I'm excited. I would love to hear what you think about this product. Have you tried it? Do you like the original version more? I always love to hear what you think about things too, so make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I gotta say, I've had a wide range of jobs. I've worked retail, I've worked in custom jewelry design, I worked in a hospital, I do this now, but being a parent is the hardest job I've ever had. Let's get started. We're holding it together though. We're kind of, sorta. I hope that I look like I'm falling apart in like a wafy rom-com starlet kind of way. That's what I'm going for, but I think that it might just be a regular person losing her mind. It's fine. Let's also point out that my other makeup lasted pretty well too. I think maybe my blush faded a little bit, but you can still see it. And I did have to reapply my lip gloss, but it's lip gloss, of course. The eyeshadow though looks fantastically in place. So not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Ooh, mama. Okay, I'm gonna go wash all this stuff off my face now. And I'm gonna go get into mom mode. And I'll be back later. I always make it work. I'm always in mom mode and makeup just for fun mode at the same time. Sometimes it's exhausting, but it's really the only way that any of those things work. So here we are. And also, my kid's gonna be fine. He's fine. I know he's fine, so don't worry. I don't want anybody to stress. It's just one of those things. It's winter time. He goes to a public school, aka a petri dish. So he's gonna be okay. More than anything, just hope that I don't get sick, because if this piece falls, the whole household will crumble. You know. All right. And thanks for being here. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate you. I'm excited to see new faces all the time. I'm excited to see the same little icons popping up over and over again. I just appreciate you taking your time to hang out here. I'm gonna keep making videos, and I hope that you'll keep watching them, and then we can all hang out together. And I'll see you real soon in another one, okay? Just hang in there. You're doing great. You're doing your best. And that's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. I love your face. I'll see you soon. Bye.